are exactly the type for our show! Ah, you look like you can handle yourself. Wanna put on a show? Step right up, step right up! Do we have a contender here? Hoo-wee! What is this fine vision of badassery I see before me? You are exactly the type for our show! Ah, you look like you can handle yourself. Wanna put on a show? Step right up, step right up! Do we have a contender here? Hoo-wee! What is this fine vision of badassery I see before me? You are exactly the type for our show! Ah, you look like you can handle yourself. Wanna put on a show? Step right up, step right up! Do we have a contender here? Hoo-wee! What is this fine vision of badassery I see before me? You are exactly the type for our show! Ah, you look like you can handle yourself. Wanna put on a show? Step right up, step right up! Do we have a contender here? Hoo-wee! What is this fine vision of badassery I see before me? You are exactly the type for our show! Ah, you look like you can handle yourself. Wanna put on a show? Step right up, step right up! Do we have a contender here?
Hey guys, welcome to another MADstream. Today it's with me, Marek, and Oscar. And Oscar is... Introduce yourself.
I am Oscar. I am creative director for Shadowgun War Games.
In a few minutes, another guest will arrive. As you may know, it's gonna be Marek Rabas, our CEO, co-founder of MADFINGER Games, and also game director. And we will be talking about something really, really important. Honza will help my cup. Because last week we were in Germany. We were in Cologne on one special event. And that event is called Gamescom. Oscar, can you tell us a bit more about Gamescom? What was happening?
We were in Gamescom the whole week, and we were running the booth for Shadowgun War Games. But it was great success, I would say, because you know we had a lot of people coming and a lot of people playing, and but it's more important, like a lot of people coming back to play it. And we also ran our first War Games tournament. It was on Saturday. It was streamed on the MADFINGER Twitch, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
And welcome, Mara.
Hey, choose guys.
Welcome.
Okay, coming
Guys.
a little bit back. Shadowgun War Games. That's something that we announced last week. can you tell us a bit more about Shadowgun War Games, either of you?
Shadowgun War Games is, you know, the brother of Legends. Twin brother, but good brothers, you know.
Okay.
And is a PvP based game. Is focused on esports and competitive. It's a 5v5 game based on heroes, but also having a lot of, you know, shooting, and shooting is like really important. And right now we are running with the CTF, which is capture the flag mode. We have, I think, like 5 heroes right now, which are like the assault, support, the tank, the sniper or glass cannon, and the runner.
Maybe we can start like why war games. It's some people ask, and the thing is just because we have to. It's it's you know, first idea was to have esport competitive, like the super high competitive skill base inside the Legends. But when we create the mockups for all the menus, we find out that it's like too heavy. And you have to join the game, you have to go through the hub to like the most loved guy in the Legends, which is Nitro, who is Nitro, and then join to some match. And this will not work probably. It's like it's counterproductive. So we decided, hey, this looks like the new game, so maybe we should like take it out and create the full experience with going super fast or super quickly to the menu and join the game. And because of this, we also wanted to share the account and everything together. It's like this is why we're calling them like the brothers, twins, whatever. It's like the one game in 2 games, or whatever how you call it. We have a lot of plans with it, which we don't want to reveal. But it looks like that the journey which we choose is like the right way. So like the splitting this application, don't bloat Legends too much, because we found that it's, for example, not possible balance the game with so many armors, weapons, perks, skills, and this is like too many combination, you know. You will always find something which is perfect and we will have to nerf it, you know. And then you will start complain, and we will have to nerf another thing that it's nerfing the PvE, and so other people will like the wine, you know, which is like pretty cool. Like this is, you know, we will basically screw the game. So we want to keep the Legends as like the enjoyment, like hey, you live the life there, you have the friends there, you are doing the different activities with them, cooperation, PvP, single player, you know, you're meeting in the hub, you drink together or whatever, you end in the jail. And if you want to play a really competitive thing, you move to the war games, and we will just focus like not just focus on this, we will focus on both games. Both games are like what we are working on. So don't be afraid that we will abandon Legends. This is not what happened.
That was a question that was asked often by the community. We mentioned multiple times that we are still a pretty small studio, and so how it's gonna be approached if Legends will be put on the back burner.
We don't need some people working on the war games, like the environment artists. You know, not all programmers. The Legends is like what we are focusing now is like the most important thing. Basically kill all the bugs. This is what we will do like the next 2 months, and try to kill everything like what is pissing you off basically. In the September we are planning the big update with the cooperation, like you know, you can play every mission in the co-op. We will add the gold arena, and we will put the CTF there. The CTF will be completely different than what will be in the war games. It will have same rules, like almost, but because it's not possible to balance it right, so there will not be heroes, we will play it together. And but we will the new mode, which is pretty fun, and a lot of people are enjoying it, and we will rotate them. We're still trying to find a way how we will rotate these 3 modes. And so this is planned for the Legends. Of course, there are a lot of other stuff, like the proper running Genesis and events, and like the entertained you, so you have fun there, and you are doing different things and getting the better loot. Everything should be balanced, bug free. It sounds almost like the joke, but we're trying. Like this game is huge, you know, and it's for online, so it's not easy. And even in the war games, we found like that some problems are on the some routers. You know, we had like the routers, and it was like the disconnecting the people. We changed the router, and it started working. So it's bad and good. The bad is that it can happen to you. The good is that we have these devices, so we can test it what the what is what is actually happening and test it. So this is about the Legends and why War Games.
You mentioned September for these new features?
No, I think I made the mistake. It should be October.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
No, I think some guys are watching it. So guys, sorry, it's like the October.
We have a huge breakdown right after the stream. So, what was the back to Gamescom? What was the reception from, let's say, esport people, the professionals, how they saw the game? Because it was the first time that we really organized something like that, not just for War Games, but it was for the whole studio, was something big like that.
Yeah, we had like really good feedback from the casters that were casting the tournament, and they said like they had a lot of fun. So if they had a lot of fun and they were not playing, just imagine the people that were playing.
And you know, it's like it was our biggest event ever in the MADFINGER history, and most expensive, and like the more, you know, as many people we get there, not like the audience, but like the people who were on the backstage, and they were testing something, because we need to like ask people, hey, don't be shy, play it. It's a mobile game. Oh, it's running on the mobile, but please try it. So a lot of people were saying like, oh, I'm PC guy. And when they were living on, they said like, hey, this is super good, like I really love it. So people were happy. We even had like the one guy at one day, and he was playing it like the whole day. Like he basically finished, moved to the end of the queue, and like doing it like the whole day.
Yeah, we had like few of them. Like there was even a group of 5 that were just playing, going to the queue, playing, going to the queue. Like it was really cool.
I think, you know, the game is, it was running on the 60 FPS without like the zero lag. Because it was running on the local network, and it was like the somehow balanced already. It's not like the properly balanced, because we didn't have so much time, or like a lot of time to do it. And yeah, I was like the surprise, really surprised.
It was really good.
One cool thing that I saw during the stream, because I was watching, I was not there, was the casters really praised the automatic pause if like someone disconnects it.
Yeah.
So that was like really praised, because a lot of games didn't have it for a long time. So
but without this, you cannot have competitive, right? Because you are playing 5v5, you know, for some prize, like in this case the Nvidia Shield, and if someone disconnects, you know, you have to pause, because otherwise, you know, it becomes unbalanced and it's not fair. And competitive is about being fair.
Right now, Honza is showing to you pictures that were taken on the Gamescom. We have also some videos. Maybe we can show something. We had 4 teams on the the tournament. One professional team of ladies from ROG.
ROG female. It was also the students association of esports gamer.
Association, the team that eventually won the tournament.
Exactly.
And then we had 2 teams of Czech and German YouTubers and people from this genre. We had like, what we found out that the German names were pretty big. There was a huge crowd that gathered to take a picture with. There was a Sturmwaffel, Delucard, inside. So that was really cool to watch. How was the audience reacting, like on the tournament? How live they were? Like what were they
like
expecting?
In any successful esport tournament?
Yeah, like
happy.
At first, you know, it's like new game, and I myself was expecting, you know, to people like just be quiet a little bit, because you know it's new game, you don't know what is happening. But I was surprised, like even on the first match, like people were clapping and screaming, and it was really good.
The thing is that we introduced some kind of the rules inside the CTF, and game changing when it's taking the longer. So you know, if you watch the stream and you see that match which took I think 20 or almost 30 minutes, they completely changed the strategy. So so it's like that there is a lot of things which is happening, and it should work. You know, it's like the as we said maybe in some interviews, We get some esport guys here, like the pro guys who used to be like the pro guys, or they know a lot about the esports, how it should be run, and these kind of the things. So we are really focusing on it, and we change our approach to the design, because it's not only about the player perspective, but also about the audience.
How you see it and how you experience without playing the game, like just watching it, like whole different concept.
This is why we maybe this is also answer why we slow down characters a little bit. You know, we are not saying that this is the final, like the speed. We still will experiment, but we have to slow down things, you know, so audience can enjoy it. And if you want to play PvP, like the competitive one, and be on the tournaments, you need audience. It's always good, like when somebody is watching you and appraising you and whatever. So
with Gamescom being like a success, we can call it a success.
It was a
show.
success.
It was. What are our plans for the future in the esports? Are we planning to go to events like that, and what's your vision in this regard?
Like, you cannot say like what the future will come, like will bring, but like I think like we definitely would love, you know, to repeat this experience. And even like with fun tournaments, like you could be running your own tournaments, but we also want to run like official tournaments, like sponsored by us and run by us. And but yeah, definitely like
we have a lot of plans, you know. You can bring like when you think about the esports, you can like bring it really far, you know. But it's depending on the slow success. If the people will say no, or it will not be watchable, or we will like have the bugs there and it will disconnect the people, it will not be a good experience, we will fail and abandon these plans, or have to work on them for a longer period. The plan is like as Oscar said, like the official tournaments, custom tournaments, so you will be able to create your own tournaments with your own prize and these kind of things. We of course want to be on the stage, so we will work on it. It's not like now we will focus and work. We need to do a lot of work for the beta, run the beta, optimize these things. We want to have we want to have pro teams there, so they will help us to make the game better, including some really good guilds and the guys who can make the teams. And for the launch, like the hard launch or final launch, we are planning something. We have something in we are negotiating with the several the companies, and we have some really cool maybe offer. I cannot talk about it because we just talked about it.
Working on it.
So yeah. So, and that will be a really cool achievement, I think, if we will be there. So yeah. Awesome. As I said, we want to go there. We want to have our own big tournaments, and this is our plan, the go big.
Last question about Gamescom, a bit outside of War Games. Have you had a chance to check out something else than Shadowgun War Games You've seen something cooler than Shadowgun War Games?
I've seen the Gamescom from outside, and then our booth. And that's it.
And pop.
So
I was checking only how many people are looking at the Arena of Valor and some are competitors, if they are the bigger or smaller.
And
I think we did pretty well compared to them. Nice. And some tournament, the CSGO was there, and the Arena of Valor and some other stuff. So
it's good because we are not even released, and we are, as big as them.
Yeah.
Cool. Next week, I want to say to the community, we will be hosting ESA, the winning team from the whole tournament. They will visit us on the stream, and we will let you know on social media. But we would like for you to create teams of 4, and we can play some challenges against the best teams of Shadowgun War Games. It will be in Shadowgun Legends, but still, you can see if you can beat them. Okay, now to the community questions. Those are important. So let's go after each one. Anand is asking, can we use the cosmetics we own in Legends in War Games? How it's gonna look? Those connected.
You won't be able to use directly the cosmetics you have in Legends, because the way we are implementing the cosmetics in war games is a little bit different, right? Because it has to be really made like carefully, because of it cannot be unbalanced. You know, they cannot be like super huge cosmetics, or those big heads we have on Legends. You know, it will bring disadvantage for whoever wears them. So it's a little bit different how we treat them. So you won't be able, but definitely there will be like some cool cosmetics on war games as well.
It's mostly we want to achieve the most stable 60 FPS on as many devices as possible. So the character in the Legends is basically sliced to the different parts. We try to bake them, but because the different textures, we have to render them in several render calls. So it's like taking some time. So this is what we are not able to run like the more characters in the hub that we are already running. In the Legends, in the war games, we are planning to have it like the more optimized. So it will use the different techniques for the customization. And but the thing is, as we said, like I don't want to reveal it, but these games are brothers. So like the thing about it, like what we can do with this, and we definitely don't want to let the Legends inside the Legend, like to start from the zero in the war games. You know, so think about it, guys.
I'm sure we will be talking about this more, because we will be renewing war rooms, the regular streams. So we will be gathering the questions throughout the whole time of development of Shadowgun War Games, and we'll be answering these topics one by one. So like a lot more questions to be answered. Regarding the 60 FPS, can we talk about the recent upgrade that we did that could help us with more stable FPS and so on? The one that was...
You mean, okay, so we moved to the 2017, like the new version, or it's not completely new, but it's like from last year.
Unity, you mean,
version of the Unity.
Game engine.
We're also doing some other stuff, and we will optimize game more and more, because we need to disable things which are not needed, which are from the Legends still running on the backend or background, and there will be definitely a lot of more power. But we also want that the game will look perfect, or like awesome, and hopefully even better than the Legends in some way. And so we still like trying to find a way. I think there will be, we still have to calculate things, how much memory we will use, if it will be less or more. I think it will be less, so even like the 1 GB devices will have will be usable more. The thing is that low-end devices, or like the very old, like the 3 generations, they have problem with the heat. These guys are talking about like how powerful CPU is there, but they are doing nothing with the heat. So basically when we push and it's starting to generate heat, and they then decrease the CPU, like and GPU, because it will just break your phone. So it's not our fault. We're just basically using the power of the CPU and GPU, but the old phones are not. They are really running on the top, or like on the most, and they start to generate a lot of heat. So you can always ask them like, hey, why you are doing it? Like why this phone is powerful, but we cannot use this power.
Luckily, there is a lot of new devices coming out that are really super cheap. Like, I'm like, there is a new phone.
Sarcasm?
It's the no. I'm 100% like serious. It's called Pocophone, a new phone from Xiaomi.
But this
and
is
it has
one.
like 835 Snapdragon with water cooling and so on. It's a beast for $300. So, yeah, like
$300.
Yes, it's crazy.
Not bad.
Yeah. So still, the game is demanding, but luckily the devices are getting.
It's always
more
demanding.
powerful
Hey,
and so on. Oh yeah, it is.
if you want to have like nice graphics, it will always be demanding. If you want to have like the Trigger 1 type of the graphics, then we can run it even on the 120 FPS or even more. So it's like there is trade-off. You can always decrease the quality of the graphics, but don't expect that some devices will run on the 60 FPS with the super quality.
That was that's something that we are saying a lot, that there are still we are still trying to optimize a lot of devices. We are making changes to be able to give the game to a lot of you, but there are still possibilities that cannot be crossed. Another question, Stephen Provost is asking, how do you plan to monetize Shadowgun War Games? Like with Shadowgun Legends, you do it through cosmetics, inventory space, unique weapons, so I'm just curious how you will go about in it with War Games, so what's the plan?
Like, for War Games, it's gonna be like 100% cosmetics and variation of cosmetics. Because as we said, like, this is like highly focused on competitive, and as soon as you start selling, you know, weapons or new abilities or new things, like, it starts to, you know, the guy that pays the most is the better. So you will be still able to customize your weapons, your character, and some others. We were speaking today about portraits and frames for the portraits.
No, don't talk about everything. You know, competitors are watching. but yeah, it's like we want to go with the way which we start with the Legends. Like everything what is affecting gameplay should be for free. That's like the most easy thing. Like how to describe it.
So no heroes behind paywall and so on.
No, absolutely no pay to win.
No comment.
No pay to
it's
win.
like no pay to win.
Awesome, that's what they want to hear. Another question, Stalin IR, probably. How will Shadowgun Legends and War Games be using the same account? How it will work? Will there be some sort of shared progress?
We already answered it, and like think like what we can do. You know, we don't want to reveal it now. We will definitely talk about it in the war room later this year, and reveal more and more. But now it's like too soon.
Ashutosh is asking, when is beta testing starting? Who is gonna get a chance to test the game, and will all beta testers get to participate? So you mentioned that there is gonna be a bit different system for the
there
beta?
will be different waves, like the really different. First, we are not able to run soft launch on the Apple because we will not be able to run pre-registration. The good thing is that when we will announce pre-registration on the Apple, we have only 90 days window. So like if we will release it, we have to release it, when we will do pre-registration on the iOS, we have 90 days maximum to release it.
It will be.
So it's like the dedication. The first wave for the closed beta will be mostly from the most dedicated players and guilds who can like form the teams and have the special time to organize their open play, because there will not be so many people, like the several hundreds probably. So when you will join the game, there will be nobody, you know, so you have to schedule the fights. We will have the already implemented SDK for the tournaments and like the scheduling matches, but not everybody who is registering now will be there in the November. In the January, hopefully, we will run a soft launch on the Android, so Android guys will do it. So this is what we, you know, what we are planning. What is like on the website should be like the pre-registration. It should not be like hey, I'm going to the beta. You know, it's like there is some kind of the miscommunication, and we will find these people, and we will select them. You know.
Speaking of that, go to shadowgunwargames.com if you haven't pre-registered already. Put your email there, and you will, one, pre-register for a chance to get into the beta, not guaranteed, and two, you will sign up for a newsletter with the latest information about the game and so on.
And we are also planning to give some rewards.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure. As usual. Okay. Another question about the game mode. Will there be zone control or deathmatch like in Shadowgun Dead Zone?
We will be launching the game with Capture the Flag, because it's the mode that we are more comfortable with right now and the one that we can balance. But for the future, like, it's open. Like, we can add as many modes as we want, and the way we want to do it is release them on casual without being competitive, and if people like them, we will balance them, improve them, and fix them if we need to, and when they are ready to be competitive, we will launch them on competitive. But I would say, like, you can expect a lot of modes for the casual play.
Awesome. So the ranked ranked playlist is the end game of it all, and that's something that we are going to be guarding really closely, so it's not.
You know, the game is like we're talking about the competitive, but this game is not like that you will get there and it's like the super competitive, like immediately. So it will be like from the 0 to hero, and we will take care about even the new casual players and try to teach them like how to play the game to become the pro and others. So it will go in the ranks and this kind of the stuff. So it's not like hey, I'm going there and immediately playing everything. And
because nowadays there is like most games that the start is like really rough for the new players, but we definitely don't want that. Like we care about the pro players and the new players that someday will become the pro players.
Yeah. We want to give them a chance to become the really effective and pro inside our game.
Awesome. So yeah, there's another question, but that was answered. Sort of, what other games do we have planned for Shadowgun War Games? It is opened. We will be maybe thinking of other something, not even in any other game, something really unique and special. Another question that was answered: are all the players who made the pre-registration guaranteed beta version? No, we will be. Oh yeah. we will be.
Where is he going?
The beta for War Games will be, as you said, more like hands-on. It will be more controlled by us and will be more active there. Squeaky chair.
It was chair?
Yes. Let's say that it was a chair.
It's my back,
I think it was even the worst.
Breno Felipe Gomez is asking, will there be emotes in Shadowgun War Games?
Sure.
Yes, there will be emotes. Yes, there will be emotes.
It's a good question, you know.
You have a lot of no.
Oscar wants to say.
I can explain it.
Yeah.
Like, because I said it like many times already. Like, this is competitive, right? And in Shadowgun Legends, it's more about having fun, right? So we allow, or we give like a lot of emotes. Like one of them could be like sitting on the ground, right? And if it's about fun, it's not problem. And when you are playing competitive, like you have the sit emote and I don't have it, you can hide behind the small boxes and I cannot. So we are trying to find a way to balance this thing. Like, but definitely there will be emotes.
There will be limits, basically during the warm time you can do what you want, war time is like the time before the match starting. You can do some kind of the things during the celebration of the rounds, like in the proper period. You will probably not be able to do things like during the gameplay. Maybe you can do, so there is still a lot of options, like in the lower rank matches or non-rank matches, maybe you can use other like the emotes. But this is like the body's plan. We definitely don't want to kill the competitive if there's some kind of the emote,
Regarding this, there was a question from one of the YouTubers, B-Nights, if we are gonna change a gameplay in any way so that we will, let's say, introduce crouch or jumping.
No.
So the core gameplay, movement, and
Rusad does twin brothers.
Yeah.
It's like the game has to use the same things like we are using in the Legends. We are changing a few things, For example, like we move some weapons from the primary slot to the secondary or power slot, and vice versa. We have like the pistol, not like the holster, but it's in the power weapon, and some other stuff because it's necessary. Maybe these things will also move to the Legends if we will think about it and you will like these ideas. But there will not be new like the mechanics definitely. It's like we don't want to have crouch or jump. We don't need it. It's not like we have our jump pads. People can find them, explore them, use them. And yeah, so you should feel like when you play the Legends and you will move to the War Games, you should feel like that you know already this game,
Okay. Question about the device from Sangali. Will we focus on allowing more devices to play Shadowgun War Games instead of telling us to get a better device? So
get a better device.
Get a better device.
Yeah, but as we said, we are still optimizing, but there are thresholds under which we cannot basically go with older operation systems and so on.
War Games like will run definitely higher than Legends.
Higher meaning
Like the faster.
Faster or more
so
FPS.
it could be or
Hey, you know, please don't expect that we can do miracles. You know, like if you have like the less than 1 GB, it's not possible to run it. You know, if you have like the old devices, it's not possible to run it because we are using the sophisticated shaders. It's just not possible. We can do everything what we are trying. We can like fix the things that is not running on the almost same phone, and on some specific like the hardware is not working. So this is the problem with the Unity and rendering or us, and we can tweak it. But we cannot go lower. It's not like that we are not optimizing. We are just like pushing higher, and we are using higher like the high-end techniques for everything now. And so it's not like that. We cannot run. The game is not running on the same devices like the Trigger 1, for example, or the Trigger 2. It's not possible. Using different approach to graphics and using the GPU real well, using the complicated shaders. You know, it's not like what we can do. You have to play our older games, or you have to buy the new devices like if it's already like too old. You know, it's
the same with computers.
Yeah, it's like we can promise you everything, but as I said, we cannot do miracle. Like it's same like having the 5 years old computer, or maybe now it's still working. But
10 years old computer, you want to run, you know, the latest game, you cannot.
And like the mobile is really ramping up with the power. So.
Question about the development. How long did it take to make Shadowgun War Games compared to Legends?
Not done yet.
So
it will be faster, definitely. It's running based on the Legends, right? So we have a lot of services, sources, a lot of techniques and pipelines like already in the work. So it's like the more easy. We are not exploring new ways how to make this running on the device, you know, because we spent a lot of time in the past, like how to make this beautiful game running 60 FPS, you know. So I think it's really big achievement. Like every time when I look at the Legends, it looks like the perfect compared to the different things, and it's running on the 60 FPS. So it's really good. So in this way, it's faster, and also it's a little bit smaller game because in the you know, it's like the one mode, a lot of heroes. It's more about the balancing and a lot of other stuff, but it's not like develop the cooperation, develop the dungeons, develop the
all the gear, all the weapons,
PvP and everything. So we already have these things.
It doesn't mean that it's easier, but it's definitely smaller, and you know, it's handled better.
I think it's easier because Legends was so a huge game, you know. Like I don't think that there is same game on the iOS like Legends, you know, in this scale. I really don't think. Like, show me one, you know.
I don't know.
Probably like not easier, but totally different experience. Because we have still
like it's definitely
we want to, like,
it's definitely smaller, much more easier to control and to balance, you know. Just it's smaller.
We have a question about input from the community. How about a voting system for community regarding game features or changes?
I said it many times. Like, we love player and community feedback, and if they feel like they can or they want to run a website, because there are many websites that allow this to, you know, to run your own vote system, and they can make it, they can vote, and they can send it to us. We will take a look.
Will there be a hub for Shadowgun War Games home screen or something different? How will it look?
No, there won't be a hub. As Mara mentioned, like, we want, you know, this game to be faster and more accessible. So we are skipping this step so you get to the game much faster.
What, Mike?
Okay, so hey, this is our show now. Hey.
So yeah, no hub, because as I said, like, we want you to get the access to the game, you know, and to the fun faster than like going to the hub, loading, going to Nitro, queuing for the game. Like, we are skipping those steps. You just go in, queue for the game, and then play it.
And it's like not necessary to go to the hub, because hub is more about the social thing. So you can always return from the. Okay, I should not talk about it, but these games are brothers. These games are brothers.
Okay, so we have few surprise questions that I don't know if we have a chance had a chance to look
Okay,
at them.
there is
but-
last question. You miss it.
Oh yeah, true. Will there still be competitive PvP for Shadowgun Legends? Competitive.
Yes and no. You know, I think even if we will make it like the casual as much as possible, we will still compete.
People is competitive, so even if it's fun.
But because it's, as we said, it's not. It's almost impossible to balance these things because, as we said, like you can combine everything with the everything. I know that you are looking for the super crazy perks, which we will nerf soon, like the.
No.
It's gonna be a lot of questions.
And so you know you always you are so good, you know, you're always finding the way like to be most effective, you know, so this is like the yeah, so we will focus more only have fun, you know, but if you really want to do oh yeah, no, I'm wearing still the same t-shirt, you know.
Now it looks like I don't work here, you know.
I'm like because I was so happy with this, so I'm still wearing like the same thing, you
It's
know.
not the same one. Like
It
we have plenty
a
of
lot.
them.
No, I have only one, you know. I'm CEO and I got only one, you know.
And regarding this, how about some competitive features in, let's say, PvE for Legends? Some like what's the how it's called?
Competitive in PvE.
Like-
You mean the ranks?
Ranks or like timed, you know, timed runs of arenas or something like that.
Like even in the war games?
Legends.
In certain legends.
I'm not getting it.
Like for example, if you
Who can
are really
complete
good on
the
the arenas,
arena
you know, you
fastest?
get your better rank or something like this. Like you are like
the world rankings, who is the
Like
fastest
something
to
like
run the
Destiny
arena
have,
and-
like the two arenas, and they are like sending the AI to the other side, unlocking it. That's a good idea.
maybe.
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 Okay. And now to those surprise questions. Some of them we answered. Will it be closed or open beta? It will be closed.
Closed
We will
beta.
be selecting, but there will be.
This is all questions from the Roman.
Yes, and this is all from Songoli.
It's
Hey,
very
So we
guys
got only like the 5 guys who's taking care about
I don't know,
our games.
Like Honza was going through the questions and taking the similar ones. That was a lot of questions. So, closed open beta, we answered that. Total invitations of players for beta, we don't know probably right now. Hardware specs for 60 or 90 FPS. So
It's depending on the quality, you know. I think even the last or previous generation previews can run 60 if you make the lowest quality, you know. So it's depending. If you want to have ultra high with the 90 FPS, you will probably have to wait until something will be released, you know. If you want to have like the 90 and like some really good high, then maybe some new devices can do this. And we will see. Like the new iPhone is coming. There is probably, I don't know about it, you know, don't kill me. But like you know, it's getting the autumn, so we will see how powerful will be. Then it's always, this is trend, you know.
Sure.
So I don't think that they will release the slower device, you know.
They won't release it just because you said it.
Yeah.
God damn it.
And because of war games, you know.
Yeah.
And as you said, like the more new powerful devices are coming, which are cheaper. So yeah, so it's depending. We will try to do it as much as possible. Like the vote is in our hands. No miracles, but almost.
Will there be option to use a headset with microphone in game to have
Sure.
in-game sound and voice for streaming? In Legends, it's not working currently.
It's not working in the Legends. Did you report it, Roman, already?
So
It should work.
we consider it as reported right now.
We can take a look on it.
How you will protect game against cheaters in Legends is not that bad, but all of us know what are people doing for money or having small advantages. So
No,
that's gonna be a probably
You can
important.
probably have some insight by looking at other, like even PC competitive games. You know, you have more tools to actually see if someone is cheating, right? Like replays, or you can spectate the guy, or this kind of stuff. So it will be like easier for us and for players to pinpoint who is a hacker and who is really good?
It's you know, we're always looking for the videos which you are showing about the hackers. Some of them are because the luck or something. It's not easy to say if he is cheater or not. We definitely had more cheaters in the, and we probably have in the Dead Zone than we have in the Legends. If this game will be super competitive and super successful, which we are hoping, there will be more approach from the cheaters and like they will try really hard. We have some plans, even like the better than we had like for the Legends, and we will definitely take care about them. We cannot react on it if he will like he is doing now, but we can prohibit it from the next match, you know. So it's not like easy to find out everything immediately and kick him out, because it will still like make some kind of the problems, and but we can react post basically. So we will take care about it. It's like it's the priority. We don't want to that these guys will ruin the game, you know.
Okay, awesome. What about level design? Will it be mirrored design, or is there a plan to make one side defend and the other to attack, like in some maps in that zone?
I don't want to, you know, spoil it too much, but as you already seen on the stream, probably the map that is playable right now is mirrored. It doesn't mean that everything from now on will be mirrored, but you know, this is still on development, so I don't want to confirm like everything is gonna be mirrored or not everything is gonna be mirrored. Like, we will see.
Yeah, never say never. And I don't know which kind of the maps in the Dead Zones are like the not mirror. If this is like the new maps, or if it's even the older one, because if there are like the, you know, one side defend and other attacks, it's mostly by the accident than like by the design. So yeah. But as we said, like we don't know now. I think we will like the first go for the properly balance it, then play with the other things, and we will see.
Okay. When you are planning to have first tournament?
Oh, it was already planned.
We already did.
That was yeah. That was.
I think the first tournaments will be like the custom one during the beta, the small one. If we are talking about the official, it should start with the release, and hopefully it will end with some super ground final in our super city or in the New York or whatever.
The Brno Arena.
Yeah, of course. Rondo.
Another big topic from the community is auto shoot. There was a topic for Legends as well. How it's gonna look in tournaments with auto shoot enabled, disabled, so on.
Like,
for the professional side.
Like, it's not defined yet, but the best solution, if you ask me right now, would be like it will be defined when you create a tournament. And you as a tournament owner, you can say, okay, I don't allow like auto shoot in this tournament, or I do allow it. Like, it will depend.
I think the approach which we are doing since Legends, to have like the power weapons with this virtual button and the auto shoot for the primary weapons is, I think it's good. It's like even now we are mostly moving the auto firing weapons to auto fire. So like all the things which have like the burst or like the you know,
automatic or semi-automatic.
Yeah. So like the auto rifle, machine guns, you know, submachine guns, these things are just like the pointing and shooting, you know. And the other which are more like the powerful and you have to aim with it,
like the bolt action or the rocket launcher or this
and
kind of
other stuff. So I think it's like the pretty balance, and we never heard like during the Gamescom then somebody complain about it.
Nope.
So I still think that like the top players right now in Legends are using manual fire.
Oh yeah, that's okay, because they are playing like for themselves. It's more about the personal thing. The war games is more about the team and about the strategy, about what they are choosing. It's not only about the skills, like how fast I can point and kill somebody, you know, because even if you are like the super good, and you will have good team who knows the strategy, who know how to use the skills, how to use the proper tactics, will like destroy you. So this is what we are looking, not only
That was visible a lot on the stream, on the tournament, like the teams that were organized, that had tactics. Basically, that was the team that won.
Yeah.
Okay. How you will protect players to not facing emulator modded app players like BlueStacks and so on as well?
As I said, we can react post. We cannot like define it immediately. We can find it immediately, but you already joined the game, and we will take care about it.
Yep.
You know, we're already like doing it in the Legends, and that's okay. Like the emulator is like a little bit, I think, more problem. So, like using this BlueStacks and whatever. I think we can still make some kind of the things to detect if people are using mouse and some other things. It's depending what we are getting, like from the BlueStack or some other like the things. If we can detect this device, and you know, we want to have it that the game is fair, definitely. And even in the dead zone, we found that people who are using the touch screen are better than the gamers with the gamepads, you know. And I see like a lot of like the young guys who are super good like with the touch screen, you know. And Henny was doing like the headshots immediately, like it was like the super crazy experience. So just train more, you know. It could be better.
Get good.
Yeah.
Get good.
And we have one comment, last comment regarding war games from Rushnis, Russian 1Z. I don't know. War games is looking kind of slow paced, to be honest. So, what's your reaction?
We talk about it.
Like Mara already said it. Like the speed of the game right now is not final. We thought it felt right for the event that was coming, but it's not final. Like we will keep playing it, like getting feedback from the people that plays it, and if we have to make it a little bit faster or a little bit slower, we will.
And you know, there is no intention to create the Twitch shooter, you know, and like the super fast, super like the crazy, and like a lot of fast skills. It's more about like what we are doing now. And again, I never heard complain that something is slow. You know, I know that it's sometimes looking from the spectator that, for example, tank was slow with because he has like the already flag, and flag is slowing you down, so it was looking like this. But it was also because we are using same animation, we will change it so it will look different, and he was basically slowed down, you know, by the animations, like the
very slow
time.
motion.
So this is what was look, and as we said, we will tweak everything to have it like the most enjoyable experience.
Yeah, definitely, when you play it right now, I think it feels right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun to play. Certainly.
And there will be always some characters to be faster, like the runner, or you know, these names are more about the like the working names. This will be definitely heroes with the name, with the proper lore. Most of them will be from the Shadowgun universe, so you will definitely meet the Slade and some other guys.
Yay! Like we already announced one of them, right?
Yeah.
Like we even showed the art for it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do we have the picture, Anza?
Yeah.
It was Willow.
Willow as a hero in War Games.
Yeah, by the way, this Willow was really fun because like I heard the comments, read the comments, and it was like, hey, it looks like the Fortnite skin, looks like this, looks like that. I said, hey, you know, you can find anything like what you want. I don't play Fortnite, you know, I don't play the PUBG now. I don't play a lot of games. I'm focusing on this now, and we are not like looking for the how to steal. The things can influence us definitely. Like hey, you see there, it will stick in your memory, and then you will recall it later, even if you don't know about it. But it's about to have our unique approach. You know, it doesn't mean that we are using more colors. We are like looking for the PUBG or Fortnite, yes, or like the Overwatch. It's not. It's just the. You know, we want to have this game to be fun, to be attractive, and we need to, of course, like think about to get as many people as possible. You know, it's like if something is ugly and nobody likes like the because of color, people don't have audience. If there is no audience, there is no esports, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like the same thing, you know. So this is why grass is green in the football because it's super good color.
Not because of nature.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm colorblind, so I don't care.
So I don't understand this question from the Derek. When you will add new stuff to the Pedro wheel, I think you are asking for the new
The rewards on the.
Oh, I will ask guys.
Yep.
I will ask guys. Hey, as we said, like about the there is like the yeah, secondary skill will be able to use Shadowgun War Games. Well, there will be skills 3. No, there will be like in the War Games. The hero will be properly tailored for the best experience and the best balancing. So he will have like the 2 weapons. We will have 2 skills. We will add some perks which will be probably hidden. Maybe we will communicate them because, for example, tank has the perk to resistant against the projectiles and explosive and some other stuff. So we are using something under hood, but there will not be something. You will just the game is based on the MOBA basically. Like a lot of heroes, you choose one and you play with it, and you master it. You can change against the other team. You know, select the different heroes because he's using this one, so we are moving to the different hero to counter him, and these kind of things. We are running late. Hey, I'm talking too much, you know, I'm just like super excited.
I was worried if we are gonna be able to fill the whole hour, but like it went by really quickly.
The last thing, we are also, there is like the 2 skill points which are still missing in the Legends, like, you know, it will be in this, definitely in the 7.0,
Yes.
and it will unlock it by the super competitive or challenging quest line, you know, so something like this.
Cool.
Will Shadowgun Legends get the Hall of Fame? Yes, we are planning it. And it's like what is missing. It was in the plans like almost since beginning. So we need to find a space where we will add these things.
Still a lot of questions about Legends. I don't know if we want to answer them, or maybe you will visit next week.
My daughters are waiting outside. They want to go home.
So we'll move these questions to a next stream, and we will answer them there. Now it's time for Shadowguns of the Week and Fashion Icons of the Week. You want to stay?
No, I have to move. Okay. Hey guys, it was a lot of fun. Please believe us. We will fix all the bugs in the Legends, and we will create the best competitive multiplayer game ever on the mobile. I can promise you.
Yes.
No. Okay.
Cool. Thank you for
see you later.
I will stay with you.
Awesome.
Don't be alone.
Yeah. Okay, so Fashion Icon of the Week. We have Honza will.
We have to wait. But I already see it.
So, congratulations to Zypher99 with his titanium megalodon. It looks really cool. I was watching him on Twitter, and he was pushing us to take submissions from Twitter as well. So congratulations. It looks really cool. Something outside the box. Now it is what? Kill of the week. Oh, meme of the week. Submitted by Paul Lionel Convoy. Let's see. I can see. What?
We need to get closer.
Oh yeah, different. Oh yeah, I saw that one. Those different billboards. Cool. Another one where the armor doesn't. I know that. I know this feeling. It's okay. And this one is by the Quincy Davis. Cool. Okay. Another meme. Oh, yeah, I know that feeling. By Matthew Childs. So cool.
The memes.
The memes are strong. Now we have Kill of the Week, and this was submitted by Roma Kubinski. So let's see. What?
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
It's like cat and mouse. No.
No way.
No.
No way.
Okay. Yeah, I'm so looking forward like to these skills.
Yeah. If I had a hat, you know.
Even in war games and so on. Like there will be bit more things like what's called
Yeah, we will see.
spectators and so on.
Yeah, we will see. Like definitely. a lot of
Shadowgun
skills.
of the Week, congratulations to Jerome Anton. Welcome to the Hall of Legends. Jerome is really active in the community and asking a lot of questions. And we always love when someone is asking questions and cares about the game. So welcome to the Hall of Legends. And if you want to become a Shadowgun of the Week, so just be active, post some cool stuff, and like help us to create the best community ever. Yeah, that's it from today's stream. There was a lot of questions answered. Sadly, we did not have a time to play the game, but that's something that we will do next week, as well as answer questions from Shadowgun Legends. Cool. Do you have something to say?
No, I'm speechless. Like that kill, you know.
That was cool. Okay, thank you for watching. See you next week. Peace.
Bye bye.